What's up, y'all? 15 moves ahead, coming to you with another video. Today I want to talk about the art of seduction. Have you ever really looked at the preface to the art of seduction 24? Robert Greene clearly tells you every seduction has two elements that you must analyze and understand. First, yourself and what is seductive about you, and second, your target and the actions that will penetrate their defenses and create surrender. The two sides are equally important. If you strategize without paying attention to the parts of your character that draw people to you, you will be seen as a mechanical seducer, slimy, manipulative. If you rely on your seductive personality without paying attention to the other person, you will make terrible mistakes and limit your potential. Consequently, the art of seduction is divided into two parts. The first half, the seductive character, which is in part one, the seductive character of the art of seduction. And as you know, it starts with the siren. The seductive character describes the 9 types of seducer, plus the anti-seducer. Studying these types will make you aware of what is inherently seductive in your character, the basic building block of any seduction. The second half, the seductive process, which again is part 2 in the art of seduction, and it starts with phase 1, separation, stirring interest and desire. The seductive process includes the 24 maneuvers and strategies that will instruct you on how to create a spell, break down people's resistance, give movement and force to your seduction, and induce surrender in your target. As a kind of bridge between the two parts, there is a chapter on the 18 types of victims of a seduction, which is in the center of the book. After you complete the anti-seducer, you then come to the seducer's victims, the 18 types. And then it starts with victim theory, where he clearly identifies how to identify a victim, and then he goes through the 18 types of victims. Robert Greene says, ignore any part of this book and you will be an incomplete seducer. So what I want to do is, I want to focus on the fact that outlined in this book is a real phase of how to seduce. I'm talking about seducing in a sense like you don't know anything about this individual. You don't know anything about this person's personality. You don't have any type of idea of the outcome when you attempt a seduction on this person. And the first thing you need to understand is that this book has 2 parts to it. The first part is about you analyzing yourself. What is seductive about you? What makes you stand out from everybody else? What is the one thing you have heard about yourself that other people have told you? What is the one thing you feel the most confident about yourself? You have to focus on what type of seducer you are. Then you have to arm yourself with the knowledge of the seductive character. Once you arm yourself with the knowledge of the seductive character, you can then pick which character you want to put on at any given time. You see, the advantage of having this book is that if you decide to put on a coquette, all you have to do is go to the seductive character, the coquette, read about the coquette, and see what coquettes are, how to put it into practice. The one thing you'll notice, the strategy of the coquette is never to offer total satisfaction. Imitate the alternating heat and coolness of the coquette, and you will keep the seducer at your heels. So this means this is a complete character that is basically based upon knowing how to do hot and cold. Most people say they're not into hot and cold. They don't understand why you need to be hot and cold. And this is why they are incomplete seducers, because there will come a time when you will need to be hot and cold towards the person that you are seducing. Remember, the coquette does not offer total satisfaction. They cannot. They shall not. In fact, that is a violation of a coquette if you offer total satisfaction. So don't try to step in and be a complete person while putting on the personality of a coquette. No, you must learn how to only offer just enough and then switch it up. This will keep the seduced at their heels. But this is just an example. You have to find out who you are. You have to find out what seductive characters you have, and then arm yourself with the rest. The second half, the seductive process, is very important as well, because in the seductive process, there are the 24 arts of seduction. But these 24 arts of seduction are separated by phases. For example, phase 1, separation, stirring interest and desire. So this whole phase 1 of the 24 is going to be based on separation, stirring interest and desire. This is how you literally start any seduction. But if you do not know about phase 1, it makes no sense of trying to go to the other phases and put those into play because you have not completed phase 1 as a seducer. And the last example would be phase 4, moving in for the kill. You know, this is the final phase of any seduction. After you've completed all the other phases, you are now prepared to go in for the kill. And what's exciting is that when you actually go through each phase, you can see the effects, you can see the totality of the art of seduction. And with that being said, I'm out.